Some people wait for love. Some people wait for dreams. But the hardest waiting is waiting for yourself to heal. This is the story of a girl who waited every day, not for someone, but for the sunrise that would finally warm her heart again. Chapter 1: The Girl and the Window. Her name was Lena. Every morning, Lena sat beside her small window, looking at the hill across her village. She always waited for sunrise. She never missed one. Her grandmother used to say the sun always rises again, even after the darkest night. But now her grandmother was gone. Lena lived alone, and the nights felt long. Chapter 2: The House of Silence. Lena's house was small but full of memories. An old teapot on the stove, a faded photo on the wall, a half-knitted scarf left unfinished. Every sound echoed her footsteps, her sighs, even her tears. Sometimes she whispered to herself, "If I stay quiet, maybe the world will forget my sadness." But deep down, she wished someone would knock on her door and simply ask, "Are you okay?" No one came. Chapter 3: The Village Path. Every afternoon, Lena walked to the market. Children ran past her, laughing. Mothers sold vegetables and fish. Men repaired fences and carts. But no one noticed Lena's quiet eyes. She bought one small loaf of bread, smiled politely, and walked home again. Chapter 4: The Old Bench. There was an old bench under a big tamarind tree beside the river. Lena sat there every evening. The bench creaked, the river whispered softly. Sometimes she threw pebbles and watched the circles grow wider. Maybe sadness is like this, she thought. It spreads when we don't know how to stop it. She closed her eyes. Wind touched her hair. Chapter 5: The Boy with the Kite. One afternoon, a small boy ran near the river. His kite was tangled in a tree. He tried and tried, but the string broke. He sat down and began to cry. Lena watched quietly. Then she stood up and walked to him. "Don't cry," she said softly. "Maybe I can help." She climbed the tree slowly, untangled the kite, and handed it back. The boy smiled brightly. "Thank you, Auntie." Lena smiled back. "It's okay." For the first time in months, she smiled and meant it. Chapter 6: The Little Visitor. The next morning, someone knocked on her door. It was the same boy, holding a small bowl. "Mama said thank you. She made you soup." Lena blinked. "Oh, thank you." The boy grinned. "Can I see your house?" Lena hesitated, then nodded. He looked around. "It's quiet here." She laughed softly. "Yes, too quiet." He said seriously, "I can come talk sometimes." And just like that, silence broke. Chapter 7: The Promise. Days turned into weeks. The boy's name was Tommy. He came every afternoon after school. They drank tea together. They watched birds. They repaired his kite again and again. One evening, Tommy said, "I want to see the sunrise with you." Lena smiled. "You can come tomorrow." He nodded excitedly. Chapter 8: The rainy morning. That night, it rained heavily. Thunder roared, the wind howled. Lena woke up before dawn and looked out the window. No Tommy. She sighed sadly. But then, knock, knock, knock. It was him. Soaked and shivering, but smiling. I promised I'd come. Lena quickly gave him a blanket. They sat together, watching the horizon slowly turn pink. Chapter 9: The First Sunrise Together. As the first light touched the hill, Lena's heart softened. She whispered, "It's beautiful," Tommy said. "You see it every day. Why do you still cry?" Lena smiled through tears. "Because some beauty hurts and heals at the same time." The boy nodded, pretending to understand, but his small hand reached for hers, and that was enough. Chapter 10: The Flower Pot. Tommy brought a gift one day. A small flower pot. Mama said flowers make hearts happy. Lena smiled. "Then we'll grow it together." Every morning, they watered it. Every evening, they talked. The small plant became their secret hope. Chapter 11: A Letter from the City. One morning, Tommy's mother came to visit. She said softly, "We are moving to the city next week. I wanted to thank you for being kind to my son." Lena's smile faded a little. "Oh, I understand." That night, Lena sat by the window again. Tears fell silently. The next sunrise felt lonely again. Chapter 12: The Gift of Goodbye. Before leaving, Tommy ran to her house. He handed her the flower pot, now blooming. "You keep it," he said, "so you don't forget me." Lena knelt down. She hugged him tightly. "I will never forget you, my little sunrise." Then he left. The house was quiet again, but not empty anymore. Chapter 13: The New Beginning. Days passed. The flower bloomed wider. Lena still watched the sunrise every morning, but now she smiled, not sadly, but gently. She whispered, "You came and taught me something." Chapter 14: The Stranger at the Window. One afternoon, another knock came. It was a young traveler, tired and hungry. "Miss May, I have some water." Lena gave him water and bread. He looked around her small house. "It feels peaceful here," Lena smiled. "It used to be silent, but silence changes when hearts heal." He nodded. "Then maybe I'll stay here for a while." And so her home became warm again. Chapter 15: The Sunrise Returns. Months later, she stood at her window again, but this time she wasn't alone. The traveler and two neighbor children stood beside her. They all watched the sunrise together. Lena whispered softly, "The sun never forgot me. I just needed to keep waiting." Chapter 16: The Lesson. Sometimes healing doesn't come with noise. Sometimes it walks quietly into your life, like a small boy with a broken kite. Sometimes the sunrise you wait for is already shining inside you. Chapter 17: The Ending Message. Lena looked at the camera and said, "Be patient with your sadness. Morning always comes. You will smile again, maybe not today, But soon, moral, even the quietest hearts can learn to feel again. Kindness can return like the sunrise, always, always rising. Healing begins the moment someone says, "I'm here."